News brought to you by Unfiltered SA, the uMkhonto weSizwe (MK) party has filed a treason complaint against AfriForum, alleging that the organization disseminated misinformation about South Africa's land reform policies to the United States government. This purportedly influenced former U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to cut financial aid to South Africa and grant refugee status to Afrikaners, citing them as victims of racial discrimination. John Hloof, the MK party's deputy president and former Western Cape High Court judge president, stated that AfriForum's actions amounted to economic sabotage and a direct assault on the nation's sovereignty. He emphasized that lobbying foreign powers against South Africa's interests is treasonous. This is what Dr. Hloof had to say. Please let's watch this.
The MK party condemns AfriForum's treasonous betrayal of South Africa. The MK party vehemently condemns the treasonous actions of AfriForum, which has deliberately lobbied foreign powers to act against the sovereignty and economic interests of South Africa. Their betrayal is nothing less than an act of economic sabotage, a direct assault on our nation's independence, and a dangerous attempt to undermine the will of our people. Under South African common law, treason is committed when an individual or a group of individuals with hostile intent unlawfully engages in conduct aimed at undermining the authority, sovereignty, or security of the state. The courts have provided legal clarity on treason in several cases, establishing principles that remain applicable today. The manner in which AfriForum has engaged the Trump administration in the U.S. meets this definition of treason. There are landmark cases that reaffirmed that treason requires an overt act intended to undermine the state. It clarified that mere opposition to government policies is not treason. There must be deliberate conduct aimed at destabilizing or coercing the state. Furthermore, the courts ruled that collaborating with foreign actors to weaken the state constitutes treason, even if such plans are never fully realized. So the AfriForum cannot be off the hook in this regard. AfriForum's direct appeal to foreign government, that is the United States in this example, which has resulted in economic retaliation against South Africa, aligns with many legal precedents. AfriForum has a long and disgraceful history of opposing South Africa's democratic transformation, shielding the racist economic interests of the privileged European settler elite, while disregarding the suffering of the oppressed majority. Their latest act of treachery, lobbying the United States government to impose punitive economic measures on South Africa, is a deliberate attempt to weaken our state through
reform for treason based on the evidence presented by the police. This development has intensified the ongoing debate over land reform in South Africa, highlighting the deep divisions and tensions surrounding the issue. Advocate has responded to MK claims and saying he just entertained the views. What a sad day in South Africa. Please watch the respond to MKP case.
Strange case, because the leader of the opposition, who has just been entertaining your viewers with his statement to the press, knows very well that it will be necessary to persuade the National Prosecuting Authority to start a case of treason in our criminal courts, which it won't do unless it can show that it was the intention of AfriForum to act in a treasonous manner. That intention is simply not there. It is perfectly within the realms of legitimate political activity and the freedom of expression that AfriForum enjoys under the South African Constitution to take up a stance in opposition to the Expropriation Act. In fact, the previous story on your program was a story of the DA doing exactly that. So let's hope that the MK will be consistent and will then charge the DA with treason as well. It's really just a stunt. It has nothing to do with the disquiet over the Expropriation Act. There are plenty of criticisms of the Expropriation Act that need to be ventilated both in the political space and in the courts. The DA has been doing so since 2018, and so has AfriForum since the idea of amending Section 25 was adopted in 2017 by the NEC of the ANC. They seem to have changed their minds about that, and they've decided to press on without changing the Constitution. And the Constitution, which is our supreme law, makes it very clear that a compensation should be paid, fair and equitable compensation should be paid in the case of an expropriation. Yeah. So I don't see this treason case going anywhere. As I say, I think it is nothing more than a stunt on the part of MK.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unfiltered takes on the issues that matter. Until next time, keep it real with Unfiltered SA.